Hello everyone, welcome to the TSS. In this class, we are going to discuss about the timed events concept, friends. Already we had discussed this topic of events, okay, in the last classes. But in this class, is just a simple difference, friends. So, what is an event? Anything you did in the web page, any transaction on the web page is called an event, right? So, soon after an event occurs on the web page, what we will define some javascript code, so that will execute soon after. Immediately an event occurs, immediately the javascript code will execute, right? But in this concept of timed events, so it will not execute the javascript code soon after an event occurs. It will introduce some time delay, time duration between an event occurrence and function execution. It will introduce some delay, that is called timed events. Okay. This windows object allows execution of code at specified time intervals, and these time intervals are called timed events, friends. So there are mainly two methods which we are going to use, that is set timeout method and clear timeout, and set interval method and clear time interval. Actually these two, to clear this, we will use the corresponding methods. Okay, this method, set timeout method, what it will do is, so the function to execute will be given as a first parameter, and then the time delay which we need to introduce between an event occurrence and the function execution will be given here in the form of milliseconds. 1000 seconds is equal to 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second, right? Okay, like that. And after, say suppose if you want to execute this function after 5 seconds, then we need to give 5000 milliseconds, 5000 here. So for after 5 seconds this function will be executed after an event occurrence, right? So in order to clear this time, we will use clear timeout. This is the mechanism here. And one more method is there, set interval method. This interval method, what it can do is, it will repeatedly execute this function by this after specified interval of time. Okay, if you want this function to execute for every 3 seconds, then we will give 3000 here, 3000 milliseconds. Then after 3 seconds it will execute this function repeatedly. Okay, we no need to go and execute it, it will repeatedly goes on cycling. In the cycling process it will execute by itself. Okay, and if you want to reset this time interval, we can use clear time interval method, friends. Okay, so let us move to the JavaScript and do the code. So let us take one button tag. So idea is, if I click this button, after clicking this button the message will be showed after the specified interval of time. Okay, click me to show a message after say suppose 3 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds time. Now we'll define on click method to it, right? Set timeout method. In set timeout method we are defining one function, say some wish. Okay, wish function, and the timeout is, since it is in milliseconds, we will give 3000. Okay, so let me save here. One button is appeared, click me to show a message after 3 seconds. Okay, if I click it, there is nothing happened because we had given the wish but we didn't declare it. Okay, now we will define this function and okay, with the function keyword wish, and then now simply we will take an alert. Hello, good morning. Okay, so now what will happen is, so s- soon after clicking this button, after 3 seconds this wish function will execute, okay, which was declared here. So hello good morning will show up after 3 seconds clicking this button. Okay, I am saving it. Let me show, count it. Ready, 1 2 3. Okay, hello good morning. So exactly after 3 seconds it comes up, and again I will show 1 2 3. Here it came, right. If you want to clear this we will take some other button, and we will define on click event to it, and what we will give, clear timeout. So in this parenthesis we have to give the variable. So let us assign to some x, and we will give x here, and the text we will give in between, reset. Okay, now the reset button comes up. So let me again demonstrate this. Click me. So 1 2 3. This after 3 seconds the wish function is executed. Okay, now if you want to reset this time, okay, now we'll make use of clear timeout of x. Okay, that is the variable which is holding the set timeout. Okay, so that before 3 seconds of time if you click this reset, then this wish function doesn't execute. Okay, let me show it. 1 2, I had resetted, so it will doesn't show up here. You can see it doesn't show up. Again I am clicking it, and this time I will wait for 3 seconds. 1 2 3, it will show, because I doesn't pressed the reset button. That's why after 3 seconds automatically the wish function is executed. If before 3 seconds if I pressed this reset button, then the time will be resetted. 1 2, I had resetted. So reset means this function doesn't execute. Here the no alert will come. Okay, so that is the concept, friends. And then sorry, so time interval. Okay, let us see the time interval. Now same function we will, okay, now take one paragraph, empty paragraph, and say id is equal to some uh, date. Okay, okay, some time. Now we will make use of set time interval of what, of function, some function we need to define, say some time, and then our okay, I will change this, some text I will leave, because due to the avoidance of confusion, and then I will make it as some 1000. Okay, after 1 second, after every 1 second the time function will execute. Okay, now so I will, allot it to some variable called x. Okay, x variable I had allotted. Now function of what? Time. Okay, now we'll take one more variable called t. That means okay, we'll make an instance of date. Okay, date. So the idea is, so the time will goes on repeating, this function will goes on repeating after every 1 second. Okay, now I am instantiating date object to the t. Okay, now which in turn document dot get element by id. So I need to insert the time here in between this paragraph tag. So that's why I am doing like this. Dot inner html is equal to what? T dot so some to local time string. That means time will come. Okay, let me show it up here. Method. Okay, here you can see that time has come, right? Now actually what is happening here is, first we had taken one paragraph tag, and in the script tag set time interval method is used, and the function to be that has to be executed repeatedly will be placed here. So that time delay of interval is given here. After 1 second, this time function will execute repeatedly. So if 1 second is over, then it will again execute it, then it will again execute. Okay, the time function is defined here. So the new date will be instantiated to the t variable, and then we had grabbed this paragraph tag with the id, and its inner html is this, and here we are what we are injecting the t object and the method called to local time string. That means time part will only come, okay, from the date. So this much of code will be repeated for every 1 second. That's why here you can see 8, 9, 10, like that it is moving. So if I give some 2000 and I will save here, after 2 seconds it will execute. Here you can see 4, 6, 8, 8, then 50. You are able to follow, because after 2 seconds this time function is executing. So that's why 2 seconds delay is happening here. Okay, so that is the concept, friends. And if I give 3000, then after 3 seconds, for every 3 seconds this time will execute. Here 20, 23, right? Next 26. Okay, after 3 seconds this function is executing, like that, friends. And then if you want to clear this one, you can, okay, take one button tag, and then reset, and you can on click, you can use what, clear time interval of what, of variable x. You can specify like this. So 10 3, if I reset it, it will reset it, right? So that's what this JavaScript timed events is all about, and it's worth interesting, friends. This topic is worth uh, remembering, and it's very interesting also. So this is the concept of timed events, friends. So in the next class we will discuss the cookies topic, which is important. So till then, bye bye. Your Svira signing off. Thank you for listening.